All right, so we adjusted your first putter from 69 degrees to 74. So what's important is that you embrace that, right? So don't carry your hands low. So even if it feels like on the toe, we still want to stay up here. Because even though it's 74, we can actually go all the way to 80. So we went from 69 to 74. So we went up 5 degrees for the purpose of making sure that your wrists are not manipulating the putter. That was the whole reason why you were taking the putter out on the backswing, was because the putter lie angle was too flat, and then you had to, so when it's down here like this, it immediately wants to go out. When it's up here, it immediately wants to come in. So if you look at someone like a Steve Stricker who putts with the toe of the putter down, so raise your wrists up even more. Keep going, keep going. Now putt from up there. So what you're going to be able to see from this angle on the video is how the putter shaft and your forearms are now perfectly aligned. And you're able to just kind of swing the putter back and forth, and your forearms are in alignment with the shaft of the putter. Now that's low, that's correct. You feel the difference? All right, so then if you set up to this one versus that one, you'll see the difference. So set that one in behind the ball. Right, that looks pretty good. And then set this one in here. So for video's sake, you can kind of see there's the 5 degree change, right? So if you carried your hands low, so set up to that one. It also puts your eyes further back, and then swing back and stop. Right, and then right here you can feel all the tension in there. So then do this one. Oops. Right, so no tension. And the putter goes back straight as opposed to going out. Yep, so perfect. Raise your hands up. Once they're up, this is what I'm saying is in alignment. On video, you're going to see from the shaft straight up your forearm. And then you'll be able to just swing back and forth. Makes sense, right? Then you can see how much easier that putter swings back. It swings back very straight, or it even swings back to the inside. Right? So when you come in to set up to hit a putt, try to avoid doing low hands, high hands. Just come straight in high hands. You want to aim at high hands, stroke at high hands. Don't come in low and then lift it. Yeah, perfect. Love that setup. There you go. Yep, so that's right where you were aimed. Right, now what might happen on a few putts is you might accidentally push him out to the right. Well, that's because now the putter is swinging to the inside. And it's kind of like the smash that we're doing on the full swing. If it's coming from the inside, it has a greater chance of exiting a little bit to the outside, right? So really loosen the thumb hanging underneath there. Yep, and then just kind of straight back and through. Yep. So what I want you to build into your routine is when you come in, do what I call an elbow tap, right? So if I was to tap down a mark on the green, right, pitch mark, see how I'm doing it with my elbow? I'm not doing it like with my body, and I'm not doing it with my wrist. I'm doing it with the elbow. So when you come in to putt, elbow tap with 2 hands, and that'll tell you if the putter is up and down.
Okay.
If you're hinge tapping with your wrist, that's bad.
Yeah.
You want to be elbow tapping this way when you come in. So you just got a little tap, takes the tension out, and then you kind of swing it back. There you go. So you start kind of adding that to your routine. It's not essential, but what'll happen probably is you'll come in and you'll get here and your hands will be low. You'll putt a couple, they'll go in and you'll think, oh, that feels pretty good. And then you'll start missing.
Yeah.
And then if you did elbow tap, you'd realize, well, wait a minute, I'm actually like tapping that way. I need to come up here and like tap down on the ground. Then my arms are going to be in a better position. Good adjustment there. Right, so you just trusted that that swing path was good.
Yeah.
You just aimed yourself a little bit open. So what you might find is that you might have to set up and aim just a little bit open. It's because now your putter swing path is a little bit more maybe in to out compared to what you're used to.
And I used to stand open too, and I think that's because I was looping it.
Right.
Yeah, like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Which kind of stayed.
Yeah. So now with this setup, it should feel like there's no loop.
Yeah, there's no.
Like it should feel like it comes back nice and easy, kind of straight back and through. I like that slightly open setup for you. Hit one from your tees this way. So see this old hole right here? Try to putt to this old hole because I want to get the camera angle from face on too. Right, so I like that setup a lot right there because it's softer. When your wrists are higher, your left arm tends to kind of be a little softer from the shoulder, a little straighter. Yeah, take a little open stance so that you can kind of just swing the putter back. There you go. Good. How's it feeling?
Good.
Because just like the full swing, when I was having you hit and I was holding that club head cover here,
Yeah.
that's what I want you to feel too, is kind of as you get set up here, you kind of swing back through, and it's like the hands go through impact and they go through the ball, and you're not doing, in putting, you can mess up 2 ways. You can mess up twist, but more so you can mess up this way, right? Just like scooping or de-lofting. You can scoop or de-loft and that'll mess you up. So when you go back and forth, you're trying to make sure that the handle end is not teetering back and forth or twisting. So it kind of goes back to what we were talking about on the range, where especially the left thumb and the left wrist, that's kind of your green light. Like, okay, there's no twist, there's no hinge. It's pretty easy for me to go back and forth. I don't really have to do any adjusting. And then the right hand, primarily is on there for like speed control. How hard do I have to hit this? Yeah, so you're starting to get more and more confident right away. All right, so let's putt. So you got to make this putt to win your next tournament, and then this one to win your next tournament, and this one to win your next tournament over here. Go through your whole routine, try to get set up and confident as you can be. It's all brand new, so you're not going to be super confident right out of the gate, but your goal is to at least fake it till you make it right here. It's good, it's fine. It was too hard, but good stroke. So in there, your hands were not high enough. Try it again. Try that same putt. So what happened on that one, your hands were lower, and then you kind of guided it through instead of swing the whole putter through. So keep your hands high. Do the elbow tap, that'll remind you. Yeah, see how your wrists come up? That's perfect there. So anytime you feel like you have to hold it out to the right, your hands are too low. Because what happens when your hands go low, the putter goes left. And so if you feel like through impact you're forcing it to hold it straight, that means your wrists weren't high enough to begin with. Right? So what happens when your hands are like this, exaggerated of course, it goes out left, right? So if you get the sense through the putt that you're like, I just can't hold it long enough, and I just can't guide it far enough, well, that's because you're down here. If you were in here and you're like super hanging this way, you might think that's like the other way. Like I just can't stop it from going to the right. Right? So if it feels like over the putt that it's gonna go left, it's because your hands weren't high enough. So make them higher. Keep going, exaggerate. There you go. And now swing it back and forth there. There you go. So that one there, you actually swung the putter, and the putter swung maybe a little into out or right on track. You didn't have to hold the putter, like you didn't have to guide it straight at all, right? You were actually able to just swing it. Yeah, that's good setup. Go a little higher. Right there is perfect. Yep, and then just kind of swing it. Good. So it's easier. When your hands are higher, it's just easier to keep that putter going on line. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Feels weird, right? So at this point, weird is good. Like, yeah. That's where it's kind of getting in, doing the elbow tapping. Like that putter is 74. What you really want is to feel like it's 75, right? So when we started out, it was 69 down here. It's flat at 74, But where you want to set it is slightly toe down at 75. And that's just right now, just a reminder to keep the wrists high. Yeah, there you go. So it's slightly on the toe. That was good. It's a good stroke. All right, so we're going to do the same thing with your chipping club. So let me see your ball. If you had this shot right here, okay, that's your shot, and you got to chip to this cup. What club are you going to use from over there?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, go look.